I'm sitting here with Stev. Stev is a 19-year-old young man who decided to take on Foodicyn for the week, the challenge, to see if it would change his understanding, if it would change his stomach problems that he's been having. You can look back onto my Facebook account and see what his testimonials were as far as how he was going through the program. But he's agreed to sit with me today, a week after his Foodicyn experience, just to talk about his experience, how he feels, what he's learned, etc. One of the reasons I'm doing this is I just posted my limited beliefs discussion yesterday on Facebook. And so today's really poignant discussion with Stav is really about the neuro-linguistic reprogramming of his new beliefs on food and nutrition. So Stav, welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me.
Thanks, man, and thanks for being here. So tell me, how was your week experience in Foodicyn?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't easy. Let's just start with that. Especially eating meat every day and being myself in the fitness industry. What I know from what I need to eat and what my body needs is completely different to what Mark was explaining to me what my body actually needs. The first couple days to set my mind to something is pretty easy, but the first couple days to stick to that, having the meat on the table, having those other foods on the table as well, it was hard. But staying on the program, just eating the Foodicyn and eating what I can from high alkaline foods was hard, especially because I do fitness. I have fitness classes every day, so I felt that my energy was low. But once on 4th and 5th day, everything was back up, and my body, my stomach especially, was feeling much better.
Okay, well that's really important, because the idea was not necessarily energy, but the idea was to get your stomach right.
Yeah.
So how, yes, it's tough, and I know it is, because you know it's about putting your mind and wrapping your mind around things, but how easy, once you got the flow of it, how easy was it to continue doing the daily routine that Foodicyn is?
Yeah, once I got the flow, I knew exactly what I need to eat in the morning, how I'm going to space out the foods and what I'm going to eat. Especially I prepared most of the food the day before, so I don't have to think during the day, open the fridge and see all the meat and stuff. I know exactly where to take everything, all the food, so then I don't have to I guess in a way see where the food is and just eat it right away, right? So I don't have to cut everything up or cook beside my dad.
Preparation.
Exactly. After that, it was pretty easy, just keeping on pace. The day went by, and yeah, just eating all the foods that you gave me in the Foodicyn, especially all the juices.
Right. Did you feel hungry at all through the days, based on the fact that you used to eat so much more heavy protein, carb diets, especially for your energy and your workouts, and because you didn't have that, how did you feel? Like, did you feel hungry throughout the days, or did you feel satisfied, or did you feel like, wow, I'm actually satisfied by eating less, whereas before I was eating a lot more? How did you feel through that?
So yeah, at the start, that's what I was worried about. I eat usually 3,500 calories a day, and dropping that much. It was around 1,500, 2,000. I thought I was going to be hungry. Honestly, it wasn't bad at all. Most of the time I wasn't hungry at all, just because I'm eating much more quantity-wise.
And quality-wise.
Yeah, and quality-wise.
Right.
The rice filled me up, the brown rice, and just having salads and everything, packing everything together, and then having the Foodicyn on the side whenever I am hungry, picking a banana or an apple, kept me satisfied for the whole day.
That's great, man. So based on that experience, would you say that, and again going back to the topic of yesterday, would you say that without you even knowing, there was a glass ceiling to your own health and wellness, and you've kind of been able to, by committing to Foodicyn for the week, you've been able to break that, shatter that glass?
100%. Especially again, going back to in the fitness industry and just understanding based on their concept what I actually need, and all the information he gave me and all the enzymes in my stomach that would have to regenerate, and that's what was causing most of my problems in the stomach, which was later at the end of the week, some of it came back, but overall my feeling in my stomach was much better than what I was eating before and what I was feeling before. Okay,
that's great. So I guess the most important question is, now that you've experienced Foodicyn, you've broken that glass ceiling, how do you, as a young man, how do you prepare, let's say for the next year, or let's say the next 10 years, because you've just got some new information that you can pass down to your children now. So how do you kind of look at your life going forward as far as your food and nutrition is concerned?
Yeah, well, the first thing for sure, I changed what I eat every day. I know I'm only going to be eating fruits, vegetables, and stuff that actually is alive compared to stuff that we put in the fridge and it can stay there for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then we eat it, which is not what our stomach wants. Like you said, our stomach is the second brain, and that's what we got to feed it, good nutrients and everything, just so it regenerates and it helps with our actual brain. At the end of the day, I set myself a new schedule of what I'm allowed to eat in the morning, what I'm allowed to eat afternoon and evening, just so I keep on that path, so I don't go back to where I started. Because you said, I remember you told me, is going the second time around is much harder than the first time. And I don't want to go back the second time. I want to commit to one path and stay on that path, so then I eventually can either stop, or like you're saying, only eat meat and stuff like that, stuff that my body doesn't actually need on when I go out with my friends and stuff like that. So just changing everything about my the way I eat, and hopefully I can actually get my family on it as well, because I know it's not healthy for us, right? Our body doesn't actually need it. Our body just absorbs it and lets it out right away. So at the end of the day, sure, it takes some nutrients and everything from it, but at the end of the day, it's not what our body needs.
So to sum it up, would you say that you've really understood your body's needs versus your own wants, and now you're finding a way to move it into the next level?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
And as a young man, would you recommend this platform? I know you just said you want to pass this information on to your family. Hopefully, get them kick-started. Would you recommend this to others to try? And if so, my question to you would be, do you believe that if somebody's going to try it, they have to do it all or nothing, or they can kind of dip their little toe into it? What's your feeling on that?
Well, I want to try it in a week. I want to right away try and get everything, because I know I can commit to it. But I know some people at the end of the day, they can't, right? So obviously maybe starting little by little and then fully going into it, that might be a better choice for some people. For me, like I said, at the end of the week, it shifted back to where I started. But again, it actually helped me realize what my body needs and how my stomach is feeling, which at least I understood that. But going back to your question, sorry, what was the question?
Yeah, would you recommend this for others to?
So if you're having problems, or not even having problems, right? Shifting to eating those type of
new
fruits and like those new beliefs, it can help you. You're gonna feel much better, like you were saying. And I was saying before, my stomach was feeling much better. So you can always try it, right? It doesn't hurt to try, and you're gonna feel, and you're gonna understand a lot of things where you thought, oh, it's nothing. My body can just absorb it and that's it. But at the end of the day, you're gonna understand a lot about what your body needs and how you're eating.
Okay. Well, Stav, thank you. I don't want to keep too much more of your time. I appreciate you, and I appreciate the feedback and the honesty.
Yeah.
For those of you who are tuning in next week, I'll be talking about eliminating reflux and heartburn through an alkaline versus acid understanding of nutrition. You've seen that it works for a 19-year-old boy, or young man, I should say. It works for a 75-year-old grannies and grandpas. It works for people my age, middle age. It's really the truth on how to balance the necessities of our human body with the wants of our human mind. And so this is Mark Newman signing off, and hoping to see you on the other side of your health and wellness dreams. Thanks, brother.
Thank you.